Hello, people. It is currently 2:40 a.m. and I feel like my parents are gonna wake up anytime soon to go to work. So I'm gonna try keep this as low as possible on the down low. Um, yeah. So this is day 113. I'm pretty sure. Uh, yeah, day 113. I think. Um. Oh yeah. We need to. Yeah, we're back up on the working on the store. We are getting testimonials right now. Now, this is taking a lot longer than just your normal one because I've started using a third party software, aka Lux, Loox. I don't know how you pronounce it. Lux, who cares? Point is, it is a third party software, $12.99 a month, paid subscription. But it's a much more in depth testimonial review page builder. It has way more features, way more um, attachments, accessories to it that overall just kind of accentuate and highlight the the social proof of your store. Makes it more makes it visually more appealing as well as more applicable in the sense that your customer gets a lot more exposure of your social proof. Like it even shows up in your add to carts and even your checkout page. So things like that. But it requires a lot of attention to detail. Like I have to manually sort and put in every review to an extent. Um, I have about 500 reviews in there already, which took damn near 30-40 minutes of proper searching. But a lot of them don't actually have proper photos, and the ones that do, they're actually not even 5 stars. So what I need to do is generate my own product images and just put them in there, which is fine. As long as the review's legit, the photo wouldn't really matter. But yeah, that's about it for today. Um, yeah, I didn't post the other day because first I literally did nothing. Won't lie, literally did nothing that day. I went gym. I went for my run. Oh, I don't know if I said in my previous video, but I hit sub 30. Yeah, I hit a sub 35k. Um, I didn't run today because it was leg day, so my legs are kind of fucked. I need to get used to that still. But yo, I ran my first sub 5k. My next goal is try and do it probably a little easier. Um, at the literally last 100 meters, I literally started sprinting because I had about maybe 30 seconds until I, was eventually hitting 30 minutes on the timer, and I had about 100 meters to go. So I was like, bro, I need to just start sprinting these last 100 meters, and I made it within like 15 seconds. But yeah, I want to be able to run a consistent 5K where I can keep a consistent pace of 6 minutes because my pace for the 5K, I had a 5:30 split. I had a 5 minute split first kilometer, then I had a 6.5 split pace, which was not, which is not on track. But it sort of was made up by the first kilometer, which lucky saved me. So yeah. But I want to be able to just have a normal 5-6 minute split. And once I hit that consistently, I would try to hit 5 kilometers, and then I'll try to hit a sub 25, maybe sub 27. I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm liking the thrill of it. I like the feeling of it. The euphoria, the dopamine that comes with it. It's the delayed gratification. It's beautiful. I'll probably. Oh my god, it's 3 a.m. If I want to run, I gotta get up at like. I gotta get up at like 7:30. Yeah, no, I'll probably get up at 8. Let's get up at 8. If I get up at 8, I'll have enough time. So yeah, get up at 8. What else? Yeah, so yeah, did nothing yesterday. I went out. Probably not gonna do that again. I went out for one day, which was the last video I talked about it. I went out on again, 2 days in a row, just because I don't know, we were just enjoying ourselves too much. Bro, I felt like an actual chud after that, like a piece of shit, bro. I don't know what it is now, but thought of just having fun, I do not feel very content with it, if I'm being honest. I don't feel very content just, doing nothing. I don't like spending my time, as of right now, just like fucking around, going about. I like a lot of people would see this as just enjoying your life, which is fine, but to me, it feels wasteful to some extent. The first day was fine, cause yeah, we hadn't seen each other in months, so it completely valid. Second day, bro, nah, waste of time. Knowing obviously, not knowing I could have done something better, but knowing that what I'm doing is unproductive. We're just eating food, spending money, everything that is low-key just counterintuitive or doesn't bring me really any closer towards my goals. If anything, brings me further from things I'm trying to accomplish. And that is probably the worst thing I could ever want for myself, or worst thing I could ever do for myself. Just take me further and further away from my goals. Because there's one thing I'm trying to devote myself to in this life. Is chasing my goals. So we need to just try to keep myself in environments where I'm just kind of thriving in the environments that just push me towards only achieving my goals. And what I've realized, unfortunately, is a lot of people around me are not really in that headspace. They're not really in that understanding. And I feel like I'm literally losing connection with just about everybody I've ever known. I'm losing connection with close friends. I'm losing connection with family. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty one-sided because to me as a person, me on the outside, haven't changed at all. I'm still the same person. Me and whoever I'm speaking with, we still have the same connections. Like, we still talk about the same thing, same interests because, I haven't lost interest. But since I'm not spending time into those interests anymore, or like, really I'm not putting my focus and my mind towards anything else except, the gym, running, and e-com. Yeah, I literally have nothing else in my life going on. Basketball, sure, but that's no one. I don't talk to anyone about basketball. But yeah, besides the point. Yeah, I don't really put my time in any more of these interests. So when I talk to these people about them, it feels less genuine, um, somewhat disingenuous to me. Once again, very one-sided. But yeah, to me it feels kind of fake. Not fake, but like it doesn't feel very, real. I'm not saying it's fabricated because I still have that interest, but the connection's not as solid anymore. It's not as strong. It's not as, yeah, not as strong. And I'm losing that connection in all hopes of this. Um, it's definitely not something I care about at all. Oh my fucking, I got my back, my arm hurts. Yeah, I don't really care that much because, this is a sacrifice I was willing to make. I've been willing to make. I've just accepted it now. But, just because I've accepted it, I still feel the toll it takes on me. It's, yeah, just seeing the people I used to love talking to. I still love talking to, but like, it really doesn't feel the same way anymore. And that's really the only thing that it is. That it's not the same anymore. And I don't think it will be, ever. Or it will not get any better. The connection will just slowly decrease because, simply put, we are not, on the same path. And yeah, you don't need to understand my path. I don't need to understand your path because in the end, our intentions are already to go different ways. So any attempt to try and, salvage that is impudent, I guess. Um, yeah, I really don't know at the end of this, who I have left, except the Maybach Boys. But I'm very grateful for them because it's really all I could ever ask for, So, yeah, that's it for today. nothing else. Need to write in my notebook before I leave. But yeah. Yeah. So we did just create testimonials, which is actually gonna take a lot longer than I thought. I really thought it would be done within tonight. Hopped on. It's been about nearly 3 hours, 4 hours. Yeah. Definitely did not take. Definitely took a little longer than that. Partially because I was still figuring out what I was doing. I was still. I actually used a different third-party software. Then I switched over to this one because I saw my competitors also using this one. But point is, yeah, still figuring this out. I've never really dived into third-party softwares for reviews, nor have I ever seen anyone even talk about it. Because, not gonna lie, no one really spews anything about product pages because, to be fair, they're not crazy significant. They don't play a huge part in your conversions. They just kind of boost it, and but it's still a good skill that you'd want to understand, just because it is still a key fundamental into your sales funnel structure. Like, you could have every ad in the world, but product page needs to be within the same caliber of the other aspects and skills of other skills levels of your assets. So you gotta make sure that your product page building skills are on par with everything else. And I think I've got it down decently to a T. But even though I do have that, it still is hard with every product because it's all about studying your avatar, studying the desires they have, just to keep congruency within your page. You want to design it according to what people really are looking for. And so it's still hard for me to go through their macro avatar pages and kind of still have to evaluate and still decide what I think is best for the page. And that does take a while. Like, maybe people can just pump out pages under an hour just from sheer experience, which I think that's what it is. They just know what they need to do. They know what works. They know what is good. I, for one, don't have that experience yet. I don't know what works. I haven't even found a winner yet. I'm on my second product test, my second real product test. The other two before this, I wouldn't even count it. I only can count a real product test is when I've gone through campaign, I've gone through testing, and I've known to scale or kill. That is a product test, and that is, so I gotta complete the whole structure. The last two, when I first started, I'd just say free trials, bro. They don't even count, bro. But yeah, this is the next one. I don't know when I had my first one up, actually. I'm literally gonna check. I'm gonna write a date. I know I was talking to my mentor about that while I was, it was the 17th. So it's been nearly 2 or 3 weeks after my first product fail. I'm about to launch my next one. So maybe about 2-3 weeks per product. We could be looking at testing around like what? 25 products a year. 2 years in the making. Not too shabby, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna write that down. First product test fail is the 17th of January. Money loves speed. So if it takes me around 2 or 3 weeks to really set up a full campaign structure, website, all that, store product, all that, complete the whole funnel. I gotta find ways to optimize that. Obviously, I know the whole gist of everything. I know how everything goes. I know how to run everything. So, and I've basically optimized the way I can produce as much as possible. But the time it takes, that does not come down to the production rate. That does not come down to the production itself. That comes down to the production rate. So if I really wanted to pump out things faster, I would literally have to work more. you know. So that's a variable that is kind of codependent on myself, not the actual work I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm yapping. There's a 15-minute video, way too long. I need to end it here. So yeah, it has been a pleasure watching. What am I saying? Yeah. See you guys in the next one. Peace.